What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of November 2024. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the rest of the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Aries. And if you're looking for exclusive all signs tarot readings from me and also live astrology workshops and more, make sure you check out my school, the Mystic Mastermind, link in the description box below. I'll be doing live astrology workshops every Saturday and also be releasing some tarot exclusive for those people in the school every single Friday. So if you like these readings and you want them to be a little bit more unfiltered, definitely give the Mystic Mastermind a chance. You'll find it below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading and see what's coming through for you, excuse me, for the rest of November. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. You know what? We're just gonna revamp that. Okay. All right, Aries, really interesting energy that you got going on here. There's definitely something about your destiny and your jackpot and your lot of fortune in life that is being shown to you in November 2024, but at the same time, there's a recognition that it's going to take a little bit of patience and optimism and some sort of level of being really grounded in order to access this fortune for you. Because your advice is that there's definitely some sort of immature scheming going on around you that's trying to take you out of your power. Okay, and we're going to talk about how that's going on, but before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, and this is the energy that you need more of. And the first one is abundance. It's like the King of Pentacles, but you see this man is very relaxed. You see the sun and the moon on this card, and you see how he's very relaxed. And I feel like this is an energy of you focusing on your abundance in more of a free-flowing, relaxed way rather than feeling like it has to come to you all at once or there has to be some sort of weird energy. You know, this is definitely you focusing on your abundance. There could also be an earth sign around you coming in to help you that the universe is saying you need more of, but there's definitely some sort of interesting thing going on here with your finances in general that I feel like is being released and being changed. There could be some sort of burden around you in terms of beliefs and in terms of guilt that are really going to be coming up this month that the universe wants you to look at, because the next energy that you need to look at and need more of is actually guilt. And guilt combined with the King of Pentacles is, I feel, looking at your abundance blocks here, okay? I do feel like there's certain people around you, Aries, that make you feel guilty for being abundant, okay? There could be certain blocks of people from your past that don't see you as abundant, and so when you're actually abundant, you feel guilty because you're not lining up with their opinion of you, even if it's a low opinion. So there's also something here with guilt of really focusing on what you are not doing. Okay, this is a weird message that I do feel like there's an energy around you. There's a very immature energy that's trying to play on your abundance right now, trying to play on your ability to control your reality in a very immature way. And I feel a way that you're going to counter that this month for the rest of November is to focus on not what you've, to quickly own up to things that you'd like to change in yourself. If you have done something that makes you feel guilty, to own up to it one time and one time only. Because what manipulators do is they feed on your guilt. And most of us walk around feeling guilty for imagined crimes that we have not done. So something that I really want you to focus on is, what are you not doing? I didn't hurt anyone today. I didn't put out negative energy today. I didn't do this. I didn't do what people are making me out to be. And so releasing guilt is a process, I feel, of focusing on the abundance that you do provide to the world. And anyone else's opinion of you says more about them than it does about you. So I feel like this is about releasing abundance blocks. And I do feel, though, here's the next energy that you need to look at, is the burden. So I do feel like there's energy that is on your back that does not truly belong to you. There's some sort of burden here and guilt that the universe wants you to look at in accordance, in relation to your own abundance, to knowing that abundance is your birthright. And there is an energy of you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most here, Aries. And so I do feel like on a larger scale, there's energy trying to make you feel guilty, trying to make you play small. Okay, it could be your own conditioning, but on a smaller scale, I do feel like there's energy around you in your personal reality that you can't really be abundant with this energy holding on to you. I feel like there's a lot of energy that wants your abundance here, and it may be something where people are overly dependent on you. Okay? That's something for you to look at here, because this month for you is all about redefining your fortune in life, being patient and being frugal, and knowing that not everything has to happen all at once, right? The jackpot of life is not an instantaneous thing that comes down to you from the sky. It's an attitude that develops over time. And I feel that there's been some sort of emotional manipulation to get you out of your abundance, to make you feel bad, to make you feel like you've done something wrong. So what you need to do to counter that is to focus on, if you have done something wrong that you feel guilty for, own up to it, look at it in the face, apologize. But don't dwell on that like manipulators want you to. Focus on what you do right. Okay? Focus on what you are actually doing rather than what people think that you're doing. Because the energy that I pick up around you is that people are kind of getting in your head to a certain degree to make you think that you're a worse person than you actually are. That's what I feel is happening here. So to get into your opportunity, there is an opportunity of the 3 of Pentacles. This is about collaboration and business, teamwork. And remember that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with most. So this is about elevating your team, elevating the people that you hang around with, or just collaborating with other people in some sort of way to learn and to grow, especially financially. Now, your challenge is the Queen of Cups here. And I do feel like you're dealing with a very difficult choice in love at this moment. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in some sort of way here, Aries. And your opportunity, the 3 of Pentacles, your challenge is the Queen of Cups. So I feel like this reading is saying that there's definitely some sort of emotional attachment that is getting in the way of your ability to make money. And it could have to do with other people's stuff that now belongs to you because of your association with them. Now, that's on one personal level. I feel like on a bigger level, there is some sort of agenda, right, with all the politics going on, that is also trying to emotionally manipulate you in a negative way. So on all sides, it's almost like you're being kind of hit with burdens of guilt, right? The universe wants you to look at burden, guilt. And I feel like, once again, it is up to you to own up to something that you feel was wrong, that I shouldn't have done this. But the universe is saying, don't carry that around forever. Correct your mistakes and move on and focus on what you haven't done wrong. Okay. I know that sounds complicated, but that's just what I'm getting. Now, in your overall general energy, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands, and also the Four of Pentacles here. So this is definitely a month where your destiny is coming on board. It's a portal of abundance for you, but it's all about remaining optimistic and also remaining a little bit frugal, keeping your cards to yourself, not overspending. This is in your overall general energy, how it's coming out. So as long as you can remain grounded and optimistic, that's going to lead to your fortune here. This is what your energy is showing up as. So definitely a certain level of self-reliance, but also learning to reach out to those who can help you grow and uplift you rather than getting sucked into the guilt of the burden of certain people around you that are blocking your abundance. Whether that, and it's important to remind yourself that people are always a reflection of you, but it doesn't always work that way in a one-way street. It's not always a direct reflection, right? I attracted this person who does horrible things. It doesn't mean that you do horrible things. And I'm not even saying horrible things. I'm just saying in general. So, and then in what you don't see coming, you have the Lovers, the Page of Wands, and also the Two of Pentacles here in what you don't see coming. So there's definitely something hanging up in the air. There's definitely a choice in love when it comes to your own what you believe is fun in this reality. I feel is really changing at this time. Some of you are going to realize that instead of feeling guilty about making money, instead of feeling guilty about abundance being your birthright, you're actually just realizing that that is what I love to do. I do love to be abundant. I do love to make money. It's just that these belief systems, these people, there's some sort of burden that is holding you back here, Aries. And I do feel like it's an external energy that you do need to be aware about. It's a very immature energy as well. Now, the Lover's card is all about a choice in love. You know, some of you are realizing that you're attracting new twin flames. You're attracting soulmates here. But there's a level here in what you don't see coming where you're still juggling. There's something that you're juggling. You could be juggling multiple relationships at this time, questioning who's really meant to be in my life or not. There could be a lot of people that like to have a lot of fun around you that don't really share your core values at some sort of degree. And that's why your challenge is the Queen of Cups here, because there's some sort of emotional challenge that you're dealing with. I honestly feel like it's energy that's causing you to not be able to elevate. Now, for some of you, this is more of an innocent attachment to people. For others of you, though, this is more of a coordinated effort behind your back that you need to wake up to and realize that you are in more control than you think. The only power people have over you sometimes is making you feel guilty for imagined crimes, making you feel like you're not as in control as you think that you are. Because in your advice from Spirit here, and this could also be you shooting yourself in the foot, metaphorically speaking, and Spirit wants you to look at this. But in your advice, you have the Seven of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and also the Emperor here. Now, I get that your Spirit's advising you that there's a very immature, scheming energy around you that doesn't want to see you be abundant for some sort of reason. And for many of you, you have to look at an aspect within yourself that is causing this self-sabotage or something like that. Now, for others of you, this is clearly looking at a maturity gap that's in your life between yourself and certain people. Okay, and I do feel like there's the reason why the energy's like this and what you don't see coming is because you can see people around you that are actually maturing. They're actually getting better, but it's at some point it's still some sort of burden that's going to hold you back. And so with your advice being this is, number one, how are you getting in your own way financially? How are you shooting yourself in the foot financially? What are you doing that you could be doing better? And how can you gain more control of your reality? On the other hand, this is more of a warning energy, Aries, that at this time there are people who feel better about themselves to keep you down, to keep you in some sort of subordinate position. So this is realizing that making money, being abundant is easier than we know. It doesn't have to be complicated, but when there's people around you, or like I said, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with, etc., the burden and guilt, there could be a lot of attachments that you have that are really holding you back, despite the fact that your heart is in it. Despite the fact that you have love, So it's not an easy energy to deal with that I see going on. So with that being said, let's clarify why the Queen of Cups is in your challenge. Why is the Queen of Cups your challenge here, Aries, for the rest of November? You have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, the Justice card, and the Five of Pentacles here when it comes to your challenge. So I do feel like there's some sort of love interest. This could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a lover. In some sort of way, Aries, I feel, is attempting to bring balance to your financial situation, but it's almost like you're getting caught up in a web of darkness, I feel. Your challenge is to bring something right, to have victory in the external world, but there's some sort of lack that is attached to you for the rest of November. I feel like it's a burden energy here, for sure. And it's up to you to decide what to do to that, because I feel like this is your energy when you're doing your own thing, when you're collaborating with people. But for some sort of reason, this energy is attached to you now. And this has to do with being on the outside of someone that can help. This has to do with a lack mentality. Temporary financial difficulties is your challenge, but for some sort of reason, there can be an emotional addiction to lack that you're looking at. But for many of you, you're starting to realize that you're juggling people in your life that are just sucking you down into a reality that you've already passed through. That's really what I feel. So let's clarify why the Wheel of Fortune is here and your overall general energy. It's almost like you're so close yet so far from the abundance that you deserve because of certain energies within and around you. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified first of all by the Nine of Pentacles and also the Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like there's an energy around you that's extremely immature, that is unwilling to do hard work. And if that's you, then you need to look at that frequency. Now you also have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Swords here. So I do feel like there's going to be a movement towards more abundance, or a movement away from this lack, this injury, this financial, this hard work, this lack of accountability. And there's more moving into the maturity, because the Wheel of Fortune is in your overall general energy. You have the King of Pentacles here twice. So I really feel like just getting on your A game in some sort of way is going to help you, but it all comes down to these really difficult choices. So let's clarify the Lovers. It's people that you're somehow associated with, Aries, that, yeah, you have the Strength card, the World, the Five of Swords. I do feel like there's some sort of burden energy around you that is trying to keep you trapped in a cycle, whether subconsciously or consciously. And it's almost like you're at this point where you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to remain optimistic that your ships are coming in, your abundance is on its way, but there's still something around you that is completely set on keeping you a page, right? The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Wands. That's unfinished business. That's maybe financial healing you have to do within yourself, beliefs about money, best practices. And then in your advice, it's letting you know it's still there. So I feel like it's really about checking in with the people around you and making sure that they're on your level or elevating you. Because right now, it's almost like you're going to be making a choice to go back into a lower vibrational reality if you're not careful. And it could have to do with your emotions, you know? So let's clarify why the Seven of Swords is in your advice, facing the Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Two of Swords, and Temperance card and the Seven of Pentacles here. I really feel like there's an energy here around you, Aries, that doesn't even know what it's doing. Now, on the one hand, this is definitely an energy that wants to keep you trapped in a confused, sad reality. And it could be some sort of thing that you're attached to or is attached to you that is trying to block this from coming into your life, healing and good karma. So there's definitely an energy here of major decisions. Let's just clarify why the Emperor is here and your advice as well. It's a month where you're going to have to make major decisions about who you're going to collaborate with, because I feel like the energy around you is a burden, is a guilty of releasing burdens for your abundance. That's really what I feel is going on here. Why is the Emperor in your advice? The Judgment card. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Swords. This is in your advice. Clarifying the Emperor. There could be some sort of false offer from someone who's very powerful, who is actually a powerful person masquerading as a powerful person, but it's actually in this energy. And I feel like the advice here, Aries, is that there's some sort of offer that you're going to try to do to people that you really might want to reconsider at this time. Someone's under judgment around you for offering you something that was faulty. This could be what's happening. But definitely some sort of heartbreak around money. That's just what this whole reading is about. This whole reading is about some sort of weird financial thing going on that you're going to have to really rise above, and you're going to have to discern who it is that you have around you, because this energy is that someone wants you to not exit a cycle that you were already meant to exit. Now, for some of you, this may involve reprogramming your own subconscious mind for success and not willingly adopting the negative habits and behaviors of those that you hang around with the most. And I feel like you're in a very interesting situation, Aries, where it's almost like you may feel this month like you're in a lose-lose situation. If I decide to go my own way, I'm going to feel emotionally distraught. If I decide to collaborate with certain people that I know that I shouldn't, I'm going to feel good about it, but then ultimately be stuck. So you have to, I feel, focus on what you're doing right, and then focus on how you can bring an abundance into your reality without letting people interfere within it. And how much of your free will are you allowing people to interfere by giving away your power in some sort of way? Okay, so I know this is not an easy reading to do, but please remain optimistic, and please be aware of the energy that is not serving you that's around you in November 2024. That being said, I'm going to conclude this reading.